Alright, just making sure everything's running smoothly. Because that way we can start doing it. Ugh. Yuck. Alrighty. Alright. So we are back to the rec room. Let's see. It's been a while now since I've actually touched anything here. I will need to remember that for later. We want this right now. Here's the billiard balls. This, can we open? We can. Grab that, because we're going to need that. We're going to want 1 case of luminol. We will definitely need the luminol for something later. We can't do anything with that right now. We want the pool cue. We're going to want to... Can we grab these out? Let me just double check to make sure nothing was missed. It was not. Alright. Yeah, there's something in heat and the shield we'll want to grab. I want to hold the weapon. I don't plan on giving it to the Q. I can give the axe to this armor suit, and then put the spear here. Go back here, and we're gonna play it. And there we go. Puzzle complete. Let's grab this Allen wrench. Let's go back. Oh, right, we do that, and then... Oh, yeah. Let's turn the room lights off. The light switches all the way over here. Like that. Then go back around. And we have... this. I don't remember that part. We'll find that out later. Anyway, we can turn the light back on. We do something here. Okay, the extension cord, which we'll need for later. Can't do anything with that just yet. That needs a key. Where's that power supply? Right there. Oh, whatever. Let's deal with this next one. So we can put this here. Then we can pull the luminol out. Oh, here, let's quickly just take a look at this. scoreboard, eh? Okay. Well then, now let's just do this. I believe there's some hint if you turn the light off and you check it, there might be something. I don't remember. Anyway, here you go. You have A, B, C, D, E, F. Let's pull out our memo. We have A, C, D, F, B, E. Also, we can't really investigate anything while the lights are off. If you're not... Unless you're supposed to investigate with lights off, you can't investigate it. Right, okay, this is where the extension cord goes. Right here. It's a jukebox for music. Yep, there's our solution. And there you go. A coin, which requires this. Nope, that's... Oh, okay. No, that's for something later. I'm trying to remember where the coins were found. Place each of the 6 balls into the correct pockets in the following order. A, B, C, D, E, F. Specific balls must go in specific pockets. For instance, ball A would need to go into pocket A, and so forth. Drag each ball into the desired pocket and then release the ball to drop it. And clicking the yellow triangle will allow you to switch which ball group is displayed, either 1 through 8 or 9 through 15. So I believe what we want be... I think this one's supposed to be a stripe. Yeah, 'cause this is gonna fail. Yeah, see? I believe the other thing... Stop. I'm trying to go back. Okay. So I believe what we want is to memorize this right here. Because you'll notice that there were stripes as well as solids. I'm gonna actually see what I can just get away with. So that doesn't actually go there. Actually, I should match the colors. See, so it should be not right. 4, then B, whatever color that is. C is supposed to be a stripe. Let's see, 4 into A, that's correct. B is supposed to be the yellow one. Do I have that? It's not too tough. It's not that show. Yeah, I wanted to just grab it because I can use that in reference rather than constantly flicking back and forth. Because if we go to the billiard poster, we have 4 and then 1. So you have 4 1. And then you have the striped one, which I think was... Which one was the striped one? 13. Then you had the blue one, which was 2. 2 and then 5, I think. No, 2 and then 6. Two, 6. And then, without even needing to tell you, I can tell you that's 9. Because 1 and 9, 2 and 10, 3 and 11, it's all... When you look at the stripes versus solids, the color always goes in the same order. Up until you get to the 8th ball, which is just 8 and 16, but without a 16 ball there. I wasn't sure. I thought you could grab it. We got something. We have dart tips. Dart tips. Interesting. Oop, careful. Don't want that to spill everywhere. What's the Allen wrench supposed to go to again? I believe the dart tips are supposed to go here. Okay, here's our point system. So that's how it's supposed to be played. Oh, let's get rid of this chat out of the way right now. We don't know it. I didn't think the Allen wrench went there. What? Okay. Okay, you concern me. I'm trying to remember everything. I remember this. I actually took a break from this room. This was one of the few rooms that made me actually just stop and actually think a bit. It was also one of the last ones I did. Can I actually just, like, take something? Lights on and off. Looks like I can't play it. Oh my god. The luminol's been used. I don't believe they'll let me grab another one. But yeah, I can't grab anything. yeah, it's not gonna... There we go. Oh, there was something on it that I forgot to check. That I normally didn't have a problem with, but apparently I did this time. But we can pull that out, stick that in there. Coins. Yep, took a few. So now we get to put a coin in. Hello, Pitch. And thus, the most memorable part of the rec room is right here. Alright. I'm not watching. No, this is actually happening. Okay, are you okay? Anyway, we have that done. Oh, photograph. The picture of Kay is going to be used somewhere else. But for now, let's go over to the other activity. So we still have some coins to spare. So let's go over to the jukebox. Now we put a coin in here. The button lit up. Z9D1. Oh, okay. I was wondering if this picture had the things I needed. Yep. Z9D1. Z9. We'll take that. And D1. So we have 2 golden records. Now let's take this. Go back. And put some discs away. We can put the discs in, which will grant us access to the centerpiece, which we can then play the dart game, which will give us our code. I need to have the golden disc. I need the gold disc to be selected. There we go. There's an unlocking mechanism. The light's now green. So now it's unlocked. We have a dart case. Which I believe we will want to combine that with that to get darts. Now let me quickly go and pull something up here. Virtues, last reward. What is it? It's the recreation. Okay. I'll give it a thought. Then I will be just... I know the normal path. Get a score of 91 with 3 darts. Keep in mind, however, that the score in each area must have a specific relation to the other scores. Toss a dart into each area to reach the correct point value. To throw a dart at a particular area, drag and release the dart on the area you would like it to land. It's a little weird. It just feels weird because it's like, oh, hit the blue one. No, it's going to hit the red one. So let's clear that out because we don't need that. A dart poster. Nope, I had to try it. That's right. This was the special rule. Was that it had to be red was lower, then blue, then green. No, sorry. Symbol's backwards. Green has to be the lowest. What's the biggest target? Does that have something to do with... So let's see. Yeah, let me go back and just stare at, just make a mental note of this. That is not what I wanted. Yep, there you go. So you have green, then you have the alligator that way, if you like to think about it that way. I see you down there. So that's dartboard by that way. However, let's just keep a mental note and think about it the other way as well. Because something tells me you might be able to do it the other way. Anyway, there we go. So now we have our personal markings. I believe the top one is the one to get the normal score. Let's see. As mentioned before, as mentioned on this poster, the closer it is to the center, the more it gets multiplied by. And our end objective is 91 in both cases. You know what? I think I did too. Let's see here. There was a way I did that. Screw it! I just want to go over. I'm happy. I'm just kidding. How did I break it down? Right, because if you did it in the order of green being the smallest one and red being the biggest one. Let's see, because that's 9, that's 22, that's 18, 13, 20, 34, and 21. So if we want a red number, it's going to have to be that one. That's going to be the largest red number possible. Does that mean we want the red number? That red number? No. It's just that means that's the biggest one. Since blue is in the center, we don't want blue to be here. That's way too large. What we want is for blue to be in the center, but we can't do that. But we also can't do that because that will be 39. Trying to remember here. That is the largest one. Blue we could do. Can't do that. Can't do that one. 54. No, we can't because that requires 37. We can't do 37. Then. What if I just throw that there? Then give... If we do that, then all we require is 22. Which is impossible. Because that would be a red number. And we can't do that one either because then it doesn't work. That would require us to have a 29, which you can't even do because that's a prime number. Oh boy. Yeah, red, blue, green. So it is red, blue, green in that order. The funny thing is that the puzzles at the end of the game, they were definitely easier than this one, but that's because that was just a culmination of just everything. I can try and do 30? I can't because there's no 10. There's no 10 or 15. That's way too low if I want that one to be on the high end. A green either has to go there or here. What if I make it that? Because then that gives it a 33. red was on the low end there. So maybe I have to try and reverse it. Because let's see, I just completed this one, right? So there's our password, sun, sun, star. And now on to do the blue one. Which requires red to be the highest, then blue, then green. That leaves me with a 24, which is that. And with that, we got the blue one, huh? Which is moon, star, sun. Wow. Getting fancy here with 3 different symbols. Safe is over in this direction. There's our blue password. I have to read the files off. And then we have the other one, which, if I remember correctly, is that. And perfect. Picked. Alright, it's opened. So let's grab the map first. Because clearly that's the most pressing thing. Not the key or the key cards above it. The map underneath everything. It's a map of floor B. We are currently in the rec room. The rec room is right here. So we have the top floor, and then we have this floor. So we have floor above and floor below, which I believe his name drops somewhere later on. Can't remember. Anyway, next we got the 2 key cards for the game. And then we have the key to getting out of here. Key found in the safe. What are we waiting for then? I don't know. This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now. Three, 2, 1. Open. You found it. And voila, the rec room is done. I believe the rec room was one of the last rooms I actually touched. It was actually the second to last one, not including the one that's actually last. Next, the next room we'll be tackling is the last room before the actual final room. What is this place? A warehouse?
Hey, look over there.
3 white chromatic doors. Those doors are white.
Shall we have a look then?
Are these chromatic doors too?
They're all the same, though.
Oh, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
No luck here.
Looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
Someone who has simple observation could have told you that. So how about, press the bracelets and see the time. So these will be the next doors to open. But we will not be going through them. But we will see them open. We will not be seeing what's on the other side of them, but we will be seeing them open. We should go let the others know. Alice and I turn to go, but Kay stayed put. Is something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Wait, you've been here
I
before?
don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Maybe somewhere very similar.
Warehouse A?
You mean the Floor A warehouse?
Perhaps.
An
Amadex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Amadex beam polling closes. What the hell?
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Well then, let's get going. Those feet aren't just for show, you know.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us.
Dang it, Dio!
That would be the most logical explanation.
No, Dio, it wouldn't surprise me. And shortly, you will see too. By shortly, I mean in a few hours. Maybe.
In any event, we should return quickly.
Yeah, let's get going, guys. Ding, 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 ding. And off to floor B. Off to floor A. And as we slowly waddle our way back, or hustle, I don't know if they're actually running, we go to floor A warehouse. Warehouse A to start yelling at someone.
Sigma?
Phi. Where's Tin Myoji's team? Are they not back yet?
Nope. We were the first. Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate. It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but...
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which room did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
The treatment center. Well, that's the green door we went through. Treatment center. How's that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, alright? I don't feel like explaining it.
Of course you don't.
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
He took neostigmine, which will be important later on.
You did. I saw it too. After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket.
Just like he did in the laboratory. Except for the fact that he used a little more force with the Xelavir.
Show us what you took.
Get away from me.
Clover shoved her hands into Dio's pockets and began to dig around.
Should be in this one.
Let go.
Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for.
I knew it!
An injection gun? The label on the vial says it's neostigmine. What's this stuff
I
for?
don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
And so have we.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover, but before she had a chance to protest. And here they come.
Have any of you seen Quark?
No.
Anyone? Please!
Quark. Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but
That's the pantry. We'll be going there soon. That was actually the last room I got to go through.
after we left, he just disappeared.
Great. Disappearing children. Something's not wrong with this.
Everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost?
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now.
Quark the Invisible Kid, always disappearing. At least he had a better fate than the Ninth Man from the first game. Though, then again, the Ninth Man's suffering was quick, just like that. Where Quark is suffering, everyone else around him is suffering. You can almost feel the irritation that Tenmyoji has during his ending when you see everything that goes on.
We've already found one corpse, right? What the hell is wrong with you?
Everything.
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
Well, even if it is, we should all be looking for him.
Yes!
We began to file out. I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the warehouse. It seemed strange, but looking for Quark was my priority. I turned and headed towards the magenta door. And off to the lounge we go. Because that's currently where we have investigated. Lounge. Quark, are you in here? Guess not. Damn, let's try floor B then. Where, oh where on floor B will we be investigating? We can always try the rec room ourselves. Tenmyoji's team took the red door. They've probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door. And back to the rec room we go. Quark, where are you? He's not here either. Where the hell did he go?
Oh, Sigma. Any luck?
Nothing. I can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind, if you'd found him, you'd have said something already.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse. He was not there.
Oh wow. Let's head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others had had more luck.
Will, did you find him?
Sorry, we couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
Guessing you guys didn't have any luck
Yeah.
either.
No clues or anything.
I don't get it.
Huh?
With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
Although that means he's hidden somewhere. As we will see in a route we will be doing near the end, not the final route. Tricky little kid got placed somewhere. Somewhere very well hidden. Of course, the person who put them there doesn't know where he is right now. So...
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small, enclosed space.
well, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Tenmyoji's shoulders slumped. He looked old, much older than he did when we met. I could see tears glistening in the corners of his eyes. For a moment I saw them all in his pain, fear, and despair, and felt like someone was putting my heart in a vice. Then Dio appeared, and the mood suddenly changed. From the crew quarters.
Hey, you guys, come here.
Dio?
What are you standing around for? They're in the crew quarters.
What?
Just come on.
Ding, 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 ding. Crew quarters. What's in here, I wonder? They... What?
No.
How?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
There was a roaring in my ears. Breathing, heartbeat, but my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through a layer of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest. Driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned towards Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance, she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but I pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God. What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them.
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched.
I know what happened. It's just a slight modification of what we'll learn later.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
The only blood I see is on Alice.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now.
Yep.
We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer is one of
Do
us?
you think there's someone else in here?
Well,
Do you think that Zero Sr. killed these two, as well as the old woman?
nope. I don't think so.
Give me a break. How can you just sit around here talking? No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. Can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Excuse me?
First one's to find the body.
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and
Are you saying I did this?
No, surprisingly, Dio is innocent of something. Just one thing. That's it.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
10 minutes remain until Amberdex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed,
All non-voting voting parties will automatically ally.
any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So if we don't vote, your choice is set to ally. I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
So you're saying Tenmyoji killed them? They killed Alice and Luna for that? Who would Luna's opponents be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
He did.
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice?
Alice saw you and you had to get rid of her. It's
She's
easy.
playing against Kay, not me.
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Then maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Of course. Well, we should probably head back to the
We
warehouse.
should take their bracelets with us then.
Yep. Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
Which will be important in the third round.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight.
Shh.
He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
Nice.
What did you just say? You fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is it really any point in arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover. We gotta
No!
go.
I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you will automatically ally, and I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, There's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine, I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
Alright, well, everyone has communicated theirs.
5
Now we have to
minutes
talk with
remain
Kay.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
Especially since now Alice is now laying on the floor dead all over the place. He doesn't have much reserve to picking Betray. I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous game, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and stared towards the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we vote ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9.
Yes.
Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
No, because they both take 2 rounds no matter what. We also have to think about your points, mister. True, but how many points do you have? As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 BP right now. If you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as you possibly could?
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why is that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
And? Huh? What are you talking
Have
about?
you forgotten what Zero told us?
The number 9 door only opens once! Once that happens, it's all over! It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you'll be stuck.
I trust you remember now?
Yes, but that still doesn't mean you won't do it. So if someone opens it and escapes...
Precisely. Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by yourself.
I would never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave?
No, but guess what you have, Mr. Suit?
Especially knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Yes, but again, Mr. Suit. Well, no, of course, would stop
see,
you.
Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, there's no way you're just gonna try and
Our
ally.
time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
Yeah, of course. You too. Ambidex game will now begin.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Kay had made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. No, you'd have 3. Because you lose 2 points. Yeah, no. If I choose ally and you choose to betray, he'd have 9 points, I'd have 2. No, you'd have 3, Sigma. I didn't notice that the first time. Still, even if you did have 9 points, you might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? How much trust could I give a man whose face I've never seen?
10 seconds remain until 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't trust him. Then again, I know what happens if you ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
And other than the one game over that you have to get, because there's one game over you have to get, I intend on doing it without getting a single bad ending. Always with the last second button press. It was funny because when it does it last second, every single time I've just immediately pressed it. There was only one time where I hesitated to press the button, and I feel so bad when I did. In case you're wondering when I did it, it's further down that tree right there. This tree, right over here. Because this tree is going to expand, I'll tell you that right now. There are 3 trees that expand. We've seen one of them right here. The other one is this one right here. It was in the last AB game of that pathway where I sat there and contemplated and chose the wrong one. For some reason, I picked it. I can't believe it. The other one is, well, maybe I gave you a hint just now, maybe I didn't. I'll leave you to figure it out. Round 2 of the Ambidex games.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Door has been opened. Results from round 2
of the
Two, not
Ambidex
one,
game
2.
will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
And here you have betray, betray, betray ally, and then betray, betray. I forgot about that betray, but everything else I knew was going to happen. So you picked betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's
I
fair.
thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not going to let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
But you would have.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
You do not trust me.
Well, well.
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
Yeah, especially when you can't see the person's face. To see if you truly trust your friends, have someone kidnap everyone and put them in together. See how long that goes before they start all trying to kill each other. Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
It does. The honesty is refreshing, but that really wasn't the brightest move. Can we stop with this theme?
So you chose Betray too, huh?
Something about, I think, the noise volume of this theme irritates my ears. I hate eeriness. I hate it, hate it, hate it.
You just picked Ally out of 9 BP right now.
Yeah. But, we don't want you to have 9 BP.
Why on earth would I have done that? There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP. Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of smartasses.
So you chose Betray.
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Oh, that's right. Quark has 9 BP, not Tenmyoji. That's right, because Tenmyoji he had 1, so now he's up to 4. I was wondering why, when they were cycling through, I didn't see a 9. That's because Quark has the 9, which means now we have a missing in action bracelet that can get people out. Never a good thing.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he's here right now, aren't you?
Well, that's kind of your fault for betraying, because you put that mental mindset in our minds by allowing him to have 9. Whoa, nobody's saying that.
You aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
And I'm thinking you're a goddamn idiot. Then again, other than... well, some of these people aren't bright, but they have... Each person has that one sprinkling, shining example of them being bright. So none of them are really stupid per se, but some of them are quite questionable.
Round 3 of the
Will be the
Ambidex
star
game
round.
will be the star round.
So we get star keys from the yellow doors, which can be used as many times as we want.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Clover has a shining moment in this game. What kind of reality am I in? Well, she has the thing about the neostigmine. Otherwise, yeah, she's a pretty big idiot. Because let's see, you have... Because Alice has her ending with the number that we'll be getting into in a bit. You have Clover with her ending with this neostigmine. You have and the reason I count that is because she remembered it by herself suddenly. Fi in general is probably one of the smartest. You have the Fi is one of the smartest. Alice can be smart, but she, in my opinion, is the worst character. Because she's annoying. Clover might be stupid, but Alice just, oh boy. Yeah. And then you have Dale. Who certainly acts stupid and acts aggressive, but I think it works. The ones and then just looking through the game, you can find one for Luna, you can find one for Tamioji, Quark, and Sigma. And K in general is also another smart one, because he has that, what was it called, general amnesia? Where it was he could remember generic, basic facts, but he couldn't remember stuff about himself. Like, he was able to describe as ambidextrous, which means either two-handed or two-faced. I would spin my neck, but that would probably hurt. So all I can do is move my chair with me. Make me two-faced. Anyway. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means we can play the AB game over and over with these star keys, right?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find them? Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Of course, just like all the other keys.
Oh, you found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. There were 3 white doors in the floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went.
But Kay said he looked and didn't find
Warehouse
anything.
on floor B, you said?
There was also that, I was going to say graffiti, which I'm going to call it graffiti. You can get into the technical term if you want. In the background. So we have, like, here, 2 milkmen go comedy, welcome to my kingdom. Then you have Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun, 9th spelled N-I-N-E-T-H. What does that mean? Stay tuned until the final ending. What actually would it mean? In time, some man controls the infinite time, something like that. Nope, not gonna say anything, just to make sure. Yeah, but you're not gonna be able to get through them until they open. So can we check the time and can we see everyone's bracelets? Please. Hour 20. We still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
It's time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
So we are looking for the red, no, not red, yellow pair.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
Did you say something?
She did.
What color are you?
I'm a green solo.
Green solo. Green to, oh no. Green solo, magenta pair.
What's with the sign?
Forget about it.
What about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pair too.
So that means one of the dead people is a yellow pair. We don't know if Quark is the other one though.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well.
There we go. So that means the red Solo is Quark, which means he would go with the cyan group, being Tenmyoji and Clover. So that means we would have Alice and Luna, but they are both, well, we just saw what they were. Very much on the ground, not moving. They have committed not living.
Both of them are yellow pairs.
Those would be ones we would want. Then what color is Quark? A red Solo, you dingus.
He's a red Solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But Solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
Which is why Phi was sighing. I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer doesn't sound like a good time to me.
What are you talking about? It'd be perfect. You two would get to know each other so well.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
I'm going to refrain from saying anything on that comment.
What?
Then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
So what are you getting at, old man? You think I killed him?
I think you did something.
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Boys, calm down. Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us.
We'll get to be much closer than a nice stab away. You know what? If you actually just throw him into crew quarter cabin number 2, he'll be right at home, except for Luna.
And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance? What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to... I think it would be a good idea for us to all look for the killer. Just, like I said, just go in the same location, and boom, you found him. Alright, no one went to the laboratory.
We gain nothing by standing around here.
Dad, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to pair up then? 1, 2, 3...
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway.
Yeah, Fi's gotten stuck with him twice. And she gets stuck with Dio a lot. In fact, she's going to be stuck with Dio in the next pathway we go to as well. Let's see, when doesn't she get stuck with Dio? Oh yeah, because she was partnered up, so she gets Dio no matter what after that first round. She gets stuck with Dio in one of the rooms behind the cyan door. Because she's a solo and Dio is a pair. How do I know this? Well, of course, it's actually not an actual question. I can't remember which one it was. It's one of these two. That's all I can say.
No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Which, I mean, you might as well get to know each other. You can share some important information with Clover, Tenmyoji. Because you already know who Clover is, but Clover has no clue who you are. So maybe it's bonding time.
Yep.
Since that's what you did during Clover's ending anyway. In fact, these are the three that escaped during Tenmyoji's ending. Well, at least Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark. So the entire group that'd be going through one of the white doors. Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right, Clover and I will take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse. Alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
Bye, Tenmyoji and Clover. We'll never see you again. Not exaggerating. You will not see them. So what happens is they found Quark, but they disappear just like a quark. I feel bad for that joke, but nope. I'm not taking it back. I get to live with the shame of the joke. Because unlike some people who don't feel shame, I at least do. A little bit. Maybe. Do I? Alright. There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no Killer. At least as far as I can see.
There is someone here.
Made me miss a joke. So the joke I just made was that I said bye to Clover and Clover and Tenmyoji because we'll never see them again. So I said they found Quark and then disappeared like a quark.
Technically, at least.
There is the body of the old lady. Hello, announcer. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arms, her peaceful expression would have fooled most of us into thinking she was just asleep. That blood has dried and darkened and now looks like any other stain. And that's when I noticed it. Huh? Wait a minute. Look at her
It
wrist.
seems remarkably clean.
That's odd. Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist.
Like what?
A watch, perhaps.
A watch. A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
Okay. But we don't know where this watch is. A watch, huh? I don't know, it just... Yawny, yawny, yawny. I don't know. It just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Kinda, maybe, not really? Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point.
Maybe.
Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? You mean like a bracelet or some... Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's the exact same width.
Then that would mean
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay. There's something wrong.
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet?
Maybe they're wearing it.
We were quite thorough during our earlier search,
They're probably wearing it.
but I know that I saw nothing. And none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
I'm surprised no one made observation of this blood stain back when we first brought her here. Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
No, wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary doors would have never opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still.
Yep.
Yes, would make sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet?
Yes,
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it.
correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Yep. Why?
So that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant.
Oh no, I can fully say they were anticipated to be a participant. Wait until the final route to find out what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of this game is just slowly piecing everything together until you pretty much get two routes. There are two routes which feed you everything, which feed you a large portion of everything. One of them is actually behind some locks. The other one is behind not exact locks. Which, believe me, if If you simply want to go and look up the answer to the makeshift lock, then you get spoiled a lot just because you weren't patient. Because you were like, oh hey, I want to know what's behind it and I don't know the answer without going through the rest of the damn game first. The only reason I will admit it, I looked up the number 2 bomb code because I couldn't remember it, but I knew it was behind the Tenmyoji ending. Was it the number 2 bomb or the number 1? I can't remember. It's in this memo here. Yeah, this code right here. This is the code that that you were given during Tenmyoji's ending. This I couldn't think about it because it was so detached, because I got Clover's ending, then I got Tenmyoji's ending. Then I went to go and do the bomb route after getting stuck behind this imaginary lock. I went to K's ending, then I went to the next ending we're going to. So this is K's ending. Then I went to Dio's ending. And I never went back because I had all the stuff behind the crew quarter tree and both K and Dio's ending, which would make me just forget. A lot of talking.
For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here.
Well, guess what? Mad fits the description of our perpetrator. Who? You'll find out later. So we're actually going to find out who killed this old woman in this ending.
But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
And of course you wouldn't. Because who would? Anyone who does, who would know, will either not say anything, or or gone. That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Oh, there's blood all over this old lady's arms, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigmund, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
Yep. So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Well, back in the rec room, there was something called luminol. We could use that. Because luminol is good for detecting blood that has been washed away. Because blood does not actually completely go away. It's still there. You just can't see it. But there's some sticky substance of the blood that keeps it there. I'm not a very scientific. I don't purport to be a scientific authority. I just know that it gets sticky, so it's still there even if you try and clean it off. The luminol reacts with the blood that's still there. Turn the lights off, and it glows in the dark. That's how luminol works. Roughly. Yeah, luminol bottle. K! I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they clean it up. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First, we need to finish looking for Quark, though. We still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to the floor B and meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
Ding, 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 ding. And down to the green door we go. Oh boy. So good to be able to just finally play this game again and be able to stream. It's been too long. If only I had like the ability to actually like connect to my Nintendo Switch, because then I would have been doing so much of it. Because there have been 2 Nintendo Switch games I've been playing a lot of ever since I got. One of them I played a lot of initially, and then I kind of fell off. The other 2 are still here and there. So I would have loved to stream those, but believe me, if you don't look up your answer, or you don't try and look up how, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't look up how to do it, or you don't have the tools for it, turns out to be pretty much impossible. There are 3 doors here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But open. Treatment center, that's where they went. What's that doing? Open. Locked. The treatment center is open, but the other 2 rooms are locked. Looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open.
But the leftmost one does not.
Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door to the right first. Uh-oh. This will be a room we'll be going to in a distant future, because we have 3 more endings we must unlock before we go to this room. Huh? What's this room? It's the Golem Bay.
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. Alright. Just trying to be careful of the background noise, but anyway. Nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Kay, can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, carrying underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. It looks more like an operating table. Not a great one, but an operating table. What the hell? I walked towards him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
Then what are you doing staring into an empty
I
safe?
was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened the safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? No, because they went through the treatment center. I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on the store says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open the safe, who did?
I wonder who. Well, there's no point in thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. Into the treatment center. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there two rooms on the other side of the green door? Because someone naughty has opened the Golem Bay.
An excellent question.
Who is the naughty individual? We may never know. We will actually know. Well, actually, I don't believe they ever explicitly tell you who. I believe you have to just piece it together yourself. We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The window's all covered with frost from the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, might as well. Have at it. And in the first one, there is...
What?
Here's a quark. Well, we found the missing quark. Guys, we found the missing quark. Of course, the other two have already been lost. Quark! No. Bracelet's missing. Oh no. His bracelet. It's... Oh god.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive!
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relief chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
Actually, Sigma, what he actually said is that the bracelet will fall off when your heartbeat reaches 0. What? Why?
I have no idea.
Well, he actually did say if you die, but then he actually covered it up by saying if your heart stops. Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in the pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we wouldn't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he got?
How would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, just tell me, where exactly is he? Yeah, I bet. Do you think you could carry him
No.
or?
I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised.
Oh,
I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that all right?
yeah. Sure. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open the thing on his
He'll
own?
be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed?
Yes, that is what I said. But you needn't worry. You see, I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Let's go. Right, yeah, okay, let's go. Oh, man. I always forget how long these segments can be. It's starting to make me question if I'm even going to attempt to touch anything in the second ending.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
Is this
Yeah.
it? This
Clover
is
and
it?
Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
About the bracelet?
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort.
Oh, no. The bracelet will come later.
As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably...
Probably. Do you even...
Whatever. At least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found?
There were two other things we found. The Golem Bay itself and the
The way
bracelet.
you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search two different rooms?
Two?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know where there's an intersection with 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked one and went through the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other
Who
one...
could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door? What
Yeah,
was in there?
nothing
It
really.
appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with.
Off to the rec room. Rec room? Rec room!
Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
Maybe the other 2 got frozen in the pantry. That was the red door, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
I said nothing and instead made my way over to the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then head to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark. I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah, I want to see the underside of
What do you
them.
mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little difficult from ours. A little different from ours. Yeah, you couldn't have stolen yours. But I'll join in to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upwards.
Is this okay?
Yeah, just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across the 3 of our wrists.
Cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. I don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet's clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain it in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have the time for this.
What do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for. But you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights.
As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get
I'm
far.
afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around towards the other exit. Stop him!
Right.
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All 3 of us leapt at Dio. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio. You killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of a mistake. Shit.
What's going on here?
And here's our mysterious killer of the First Lady.
I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained it to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
He's down on the ground. Time to all-out attack, Persona style. Alright. Yeah, exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well?
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do something. We'll find out what that is soon. To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
Alice killed herself and someone else killed Luna. That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
True. You've killed one person. You might have not killed 3, but you killed one person. You're still a killer.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would he put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
There is. We were just talking about it.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
No, you're getting locked in a treatment pod, buddy. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with
Come on,
that.
please. Hey, listen to me.
Well, we'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go!
You don't get to decide that. If you can break out of Kay's grasp, then sure, go right ahead.
God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this!
Yes, we can.
Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Sounds like he's dying. Kay, you're supposed to manhandle him, not kill him. And over to the treatment center. Open to lock.
Open this fucking thing!
No.
Said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ah! You're gonna pay for this!
Sure.
Get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah, they're still missing in action somewhere.
don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Sure. Good point.
Let's go.
Into here, which they will not be here. I'm still just, that is my biggest problem, is trying to remember. Like, where did Clover and Tenmyoji actually end up? Because they end up, they're not going to be in the pantry, and they're not going to be in the lounge. We're going to go back and check and find out that they're missing in action. We never figure out where they are. And I'm trying to think of all the hints I could go through. There is one place, after, like, we dispatch, there might be one place they could have gone. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh, man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Okay, and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Yes? Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Oh, how it's missing?
When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
Nope. What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door. But Clover and Tenmyoji are the ones that have to worry about that. We don't know where they are.
Yeah.
We would be pairing up with Quark.
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the Cyan pair.
Who's the Cyan pair? Tenmyoji and Clover.
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
Whoa, what's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
How? What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened
Perhaps
yet.
someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open.
But that's a secondary door, first off.
Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter?
Probably not.
Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right?
All right,
Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
of course. And up the floor we go, into the abyss. That is the pantry. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
I'm really looking forward to the pantry. Because, I was able to do the pantry while half sick. Let's see. How can I check to see who's viewing? I don't know. There are 3 people here. Users in chat. Yep. Alright. It was actually the pantry that I ended up doing while in that call. Right as I was ending the game. While I was really sick. It was back in like that it was like that second week of April. I was just sitting here chatting, just saying stuff out loud. Looks like they're not
When we
here.
started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door.
Yep.
Which would have meant this room.
No, it's not going to do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head
Very well.
upstairs. Would have been more ironic if you did the treatment center while sick, though. The treatment center was one of the first rooms I did. I'm trying to think if when I did that one in particular. Because I did the infirmary first, and then I went to the pressure exchange chamber. Then I think I might have tried to go to the laboratory. Then I think I might have hopped over into the lounge in the Golem Bay. Then I went back to the treatment center. But yeah, I did the pantry. Get all this food sick. Make it unhealthy as possible. No one here either, huh? Timioji loves scotch so much I thought we might find him a drink here. Find him here drinking or something. It was around that time I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly if I could have seen his actual eyes. I've actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
No. Well, I would enjoy a drink. But this mask.
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I've gotten so used to the suit, I kind of forgot you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Yes? Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When Dad, you were out. I was like, wait, did they screw that up? No. When, Dad, you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
So sorry. So, you remember who your father was?
Yes,
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Okay, he stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Cute baby K. So I'm going to interrupt it. Because I can. Okay, guys, this is the other... No, I'm just kidding.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older.
Yep, you also have the bunny plush, which looks vaguely like Zero's Jr.
That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was fairly expressionless. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with. I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and child would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon, I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that. I thought I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He never scolded me for anything before, or at first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. Interesting. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love with a younger man. I began to imagine that the person she'd fallen in love with had been her. He'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Oh, I should also mention, this is the lounge. Here you have the 3 lounge stools. Here you have the lounge and the lounge walls. There's a door, and there's the table where the globe is. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd ever thought about. My father got into trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd share a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering. I discovered that I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Let me just highlight pen, and then we can keep going. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. Hey, you look familiar. Do I know you? For a matter of fact, you also look familiar. Do I know you? We actually know both of them. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That's when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working towards. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her, and even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it, the entire facility, but she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me into my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I had misunderstood, that everything would be fine. And as much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life? Or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live, even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement. The warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't give up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. there's the table. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
That took about 15 to 20 minutes. It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
It's if they're bad memories, yes. Believe me, there are a lot of memories I just want to erase. But they're here. And if I lose them, there's a chance I might remember them and get very annoyed. Anyway, let's continue. We all have memories that we just wish to go poof. Just get rid of them. Undesirable pieces of crap. Pieces of poo. So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily into the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I'd better get moving then. I stepped out of the room, nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the
You
lounge.
decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden, I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold onto my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try to figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no ideas about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's the whole nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? Rabbit said he was one of us, but do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What is her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anyone here. I don't even know anything about you, Phi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not
I'm
it.
just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Hmm? You hear that, right?
Yeah,
You heard that, right?
it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got into the elevator.
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs. Thought so.
Let's go. Green, blue, red. Which is actually funny, because if you look at the dart game we had to do earlier, you had green on one side, then blue, then red, in order of the doors rotating around. Yeah, see? Red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. Don't know, just a weird observation. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are. You aren't
So
worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
they're fine. Tenmyoji or Culver probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd heard Quark or Dio.
Are you sure? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. Just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. Into the center door we go. We headed to the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. Quark's still there. There's Quark, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio?
Let's open his. Dunno. What the hell?
Check his pulse.
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah. He's dead.
Look,
Oxygen level 0%. Status dead.
the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
And that means he's asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, you should go tell Kay about this.
Gotta love the detail that the opening animation started with the dial initially unlocked. I was gonna, because it's set on lock, because, well, the person who, well, there was no, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, because there was no reason to open up the pod, since they probably just started punching a bunch of things on the screen. They managed to make it work somehow. Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Oh, that was Kay. That was Sigma.
Come on, let's go.
Brain, please. That was Phi. Come on, let's go. That was also Phi. Without waiting for me to follow, Phi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. Phi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up! Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulder and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained about how we found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
A murderer can have a murderer. The only person who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
What? No. That's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opening his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Murder the murderer? Murderception? Yes.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up.
And anyone can attest to that?
They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
Once you bumped into us, you have an alibi. She went on to explain about the sound we've heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
Alright. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
Huh?
Is what?
You didn't take it. Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. Right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
And then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and
All
grab the
three of us
bracelet.
don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Yep, because Sigma will need them. The yellow pair bracelet. Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grab the bracelet and shove them into my pocket.
All right, let's get going.
Shit. They're not
Maybe
here.
they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
what? No, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I've had enough of it from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Fi. If you're right, then Kay, Quark, and I are the only people... Then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still
hey,
alive here.
lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but
We heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well,
What?
technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
A smashed bracelet. What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
Can't say for sure. But if I were to guess...
Chromatic doors have opened.
Maybe while Dio was struggling, he probably smashed his bracelet. Slid wildly against the treatment pod, hopefully breaking it.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those.
It's funny because this scenario, Sigma had the best chance of escaping, but he doesn't. Because I mentioned that we will see the doors open, but we will not be going through them. Because all he would need to do is go in with the bracelets, solve the entire puzzle by himself, and then just pick Betray. And he would get out.
So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? But what kind of monster am I if I just left you here to die? Sorry, using the word left, not leave. Ugh, god damn it. This was bad. What was I gonna do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had to. And those are flashes of Clover's ending.
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called Tubocurare.
You need Clover's ending to get past this point. If you have Clover's ending, you will start seeing this. If you do not, then after all those cycles, it will go into, I believe, just the end game screen. And it will have you go and select another place.
Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubopurine. I knew it.
Back. I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote.
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running towards the exit.
Sigma! Where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Please still have it. It's also funny that it took me about 3 hours to go from... Yeah, this is lock number 1, by the way. It took me about 3 hours to go from here to here. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it! Oh. There's only one dose. Injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Well, I have made it my goal to get through the game before I play Zero's Time Dilemma. What? 1 minute? Shit. Spun around and shot out of this treatment center.
Three,
2,
1.
1.
Chromatic
The doors closing. No. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparel. I blinked, my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind has been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with the tubocurine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes open. Kay and Faya lay limp on the ground in front of me. In my right hand I could feel the injection gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Fi or Kay? I have to choose Fi because you can't get to Kay. No, what was I thinking? There's only one answer. Fi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself towards Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase race inhibitor. It's an antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. It's never gonna get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my
You're
mind.
the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to someone who's about to die? Hey, how about something more tender?
No, screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you.
I mean, he actually really screwed Phi over because I don't think Phi has a good way of getting out. Considering that since no one went through the secondary doors, the game's probably going to just consider everyone dead.
No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slowed. Her eyes flustered close. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Phi's gonna be alright. But Kay... I looked over in his direction. Sure, and that's when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here in the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you can insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait. Then he... But when could he have... Now, I did the Golem Bay first, so I knew that this was going to eventually come up. But in the Golem Bay safe, there's a key for his mask. How he got in, and it doesn't really matter anymore. What did matter is that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled towards Kay. Kay, wake up! Come on, talk to me! I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse, the crew quarters, you headed toward the elevator. And that probably explains why those two are still missing in action. I bumped into Phi, and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen in his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to the floor A, you needed us to get out of the lounge. So you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Once you were there, you put your suit on and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expect. Okay, wake up. Something happened. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. I couldn't.
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What?
She was like mother to me.
Oh, so she was the woman in the flashback. She had to die for the research. That explains who the old man was as well. Go back to Tenmyoji's ending, and you can pretty much piece what happened.
She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying...
Yes, I am. She was the one who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, hold on. What did you mean here? And that was me pointing out the lounge.
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. You cannot forget.
Forget? It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be able to remember anything for more than a few seconds?
You see a lion with two heads devouring the sun. Remember these letters. M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Milky Volley. That will be used much later. In fact, we'll be using this code before we even use any of the bombs. Nope, that's not right. I was subconsciously writing, was I subconsciously writing something else? No, it was. No, I was spelling the right thing. It is M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I. I will be writing that for a future note.
This will open the second gate.
Oh, and let me just put a giant 2. What the hell? Hey, Kay! Who told you to tell me this? No. Who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. And there's the tubocurarine. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist. My body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, tubocurarine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away. My consciousness slipped down into a cold, dark water of nothingness. K. End. And now,
We don't have time to talk about this.
dun, dun. It's very weird that they're playing they're playing Data right here. But that's K's ending. Next we'll be going to the next ending.
Choose betray.
What? You're kidding me. You really want me to betray
We don't
Luna?
know if she'll ally or not. If we choose, it's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma.
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets so...
Wait. What do you mean it's over?
30 seconds.
Just press... Fine. If you won't do it, then I'll...
10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant.
1. Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you
for your participation.
Ambidex gates now opening.
That's fine. I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others running towards the monitor, pushing me closer. Were you telling the truth? If our BP hit 0, do we
Well,
really?
you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry. You made the right choice.
You better not have lied to me, so I'd choose
Well,
betray.
0 will tell you if I lied or not.
0?
Yo, what's up? Siggy! Oh no!
It's funny because I feel like the game has structured in such a way where if you do the lounge first, you're actually missing out on stuff. It feels like the best one to honestly start out with is in fact the infirmary. Because the 2 endings you get out of that you can immediately access, in fact all 3 of them don't really do much to just break anything. You've learned very little. The endings you've learned, you learn about Tenmyoji, you learn about Quark, you learn about Clover, and to a lesser extent Alice. But mostly those first 3, and the old lady. The old lady comes in Quark's ending. So it feels like the game tells you to go to the infirmary first, and then the lounge, and then the crew quarter. But because of how it's structured, some people might just try and go for the lounge first, especially since it's Luna. You get to ally with Luna. Where the only two things important behind the infirmary is the code that we got from Zero Senior and Tenmyoji's ending, and the whole thing about the Neostigmine that we used to get K's ending.
Hey, what are you kids doing over there?
Talking to ourselves. Shut up,
We're
Zero.
about to announce the result.
You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma.
Hey, what do you mean Zero's gonna tell me? Hey, Phi, hold on. Damn it.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Index game round 1. Results.
If everybody
Would please direct their eyes to the monitor. We have betray ally, betray ally, betray ally.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma, why did you and Fight do that? All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together. After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds and we would have all had 9 points. But now why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try to explain what I've done.
It was me. I told him to betray you. What? There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game. I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
That's why Phi did it, yes. As we'll find out in the AB game off of this branch.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage. How is leverage supposed to help you? Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. Phi opened her mouth, but then shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think you'd choose ally.
What? You really think I betrayed you?
Well, no. That's what I thought at first.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
he? Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Yes, but guess what? There's also Kay, who you were very sternly scared of.
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course. But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this, but who would trust a man who hides his face? If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance?
No.
I was certain you'd choose betray for that very reason.
So that was why you didn't.
Yes?
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
It's all right.
apologize. This is very unfortunate.
Past is the past. There's no point complaining about it.
Sorry, my throat got stuck with something called Alice BS. Man. Oh man. Sorry about that. It's not like that will come to haunt her during the Cyan round.
I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
See why I don't like Alice? See why she's insufferable? That's when I finally noticed Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyo. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust that kid as far as I can throw him. And at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, now I can start just talking about all the stuff because we know that Dio ended up killing the old lady. So it's going to come prevalent later, but they're going to talk about the two methods of how you get rid of a bracelet, and it was beautiful once I realized what was going on. And it was actually this very track that I figured it out. Because the recreation room and the pantry were the last two rooms that I went to. It looked like things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, they all seem to have reached some sort of truce.
Zero, when is what makes you think movie? Well, you said right, there's a round one.
Besides, that's impossible without a...
You're right.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting hall.
There.
Right.
So, the Ambidex Round 2 Moon Cup.
Yeah, now.
So, how many
I don't know. Any.
So it's over.
No. Of course. After all, yeah. Around 100? Although. I don't know. Yeah? So? Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be one person, or two people, or even all that stuff about how you have to have the baby. Well, you can open the door with...
That's not what you told us.
I didn't want to make things complicated.
And explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What?
Here's a seat check.
But...
So,
as long as it doesn't matter.
Don't know why I'm not saying much. I don't have much to say.
No, they do.
I'm about to say. I have something to say.
The first...
The two ways is the number 9 door.
What's the second way?
What's the second way?
Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second?
I think you already know.
Right here. This line is mentioning the fact that he killed the old lady. But he's not actually saying it. So, not a nice little, I found it cool. I found it nice that, when I first read through this and when I realized what was going on, you were there when I had that reaction.
Do you? Of course I know.
It's easy. Nothing to it.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart, you know what an... Technically, anyway. So,
The lock on the bracelet.
So there you go. Your heart stops. Apart from that, if you try something harebrained, like, I don't think I need to remind you what if you're oops, I guess it's
Next round.
What do you mean?
Well, I do somebody in my...
there. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's or maybe.
What?
Why? Yeah.
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0, I'm pretty correct, Ziggy. Full.
So, if I had been right, but how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Alice, Luna, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the heck? This is important stuff.
Sorry.
Sorry's not good. Thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Was there anything else you conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew. Right? Right? Fido?
Yeah, I guess so.
Took a moment to go everything over my head.
The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through...
But wait! The colors, Jay.
Yep, we are a cyan pair.
Me too.
Mine too.
We'll be going with Clover this time.
Wait, I guess it's switched.
You're right.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like we've gone from solo to...
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says Phi. You and Dio are yellow now too. Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
Back when as soon as they put parents and a car, no rules, or now, with all sadly,
What?
well, I mean, I'll never see you again. Did you realize it? I mean, maybe.
Speeding up through the text. Because I don't have much to say.
That little piece of shit. Why could you...
What? You still gotta... We should go. Maybe there's a...
There's no... We lose them.
Let's 5 minutes. Let's meet in front of the... Any object...
I hate this scene right here. It was great at first, and then it just got annoying. There's a button on my mouse that does like 5 clicks at once, and that's what I've been pressing the entire time. I don't really have much to say. I'm not a funny person. I'm here just demonstrating bad skills and bad personality. Oh boy. There's the masked figure. So, in terms of what we're going to be doing here, I think I might go to the pantry and then call it. Because I think this has been a very successful stream. for returning one. I don't know if I can really force myself to go too close to the actual ending, but I don't want to just stop so quick. So the furthest I'd probably go is to the AB game decision. But I'll just stop at the pantry and I'll do it. Well, I'll discuss that more when the stream is nearing its conclusion. But it's pretty much something I guess I can talk about right now. That's not the one I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the infirmary last. I'm actually surprised you're still around. I figured you would have probably jumped ship a while ago. I figured that I can do probably maybe a 4, maybe closer to about a 4-hour stream or so. Just in respects of how long it's been.
Hello, Mr. Six.
Nothing yet.
Well, Alice, I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
There's not. I think the only difference in text will be in the lounge, I think, because that's where Luna is right now.
Well, who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most...
Why would I kill this
Hey, don't get me wrong.
No, it was Dio who killed her.
I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future.
Because somehow one of you has not investigated her wrist.
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
Okay. You do know her, Kay.
You still can't remember anything?
No, not even a little. Are you suspicious?
If someone...
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh,
Quark, please.
I apologize. No, but
And then
the mask, you know what? I don't.
Are you saying...
No,
This might be a...
no. I've tried. Honestly, there are.
Then they're talking about all hidden stuff and whatnot.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find what it.
Which we will not. Because we already did.
I feel someone was beginning.
Wait, a minute ago.
Well, it does. But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance.
Alright, pitch. So, here was actually something very funny. So, I was talking about this scene, and then this is when we were talking about who wears glasses and who doesn't. That's when Hartza actually asked a while ago who wears glasses. So, while he had his own reasons for actually asking, this is what brought up the topic. As I've stated before, I actually wear glasses. I have to. I am nearsighted. I can only see things that are like maybe a foot or less in front of my face. Otherwise, I have to wear glasses unless I'm in my bed. So that's how the things of glasses came up, and I was bashing Kay because he was talking about having glasses, and it's like, well, so that's how the entire thing about glasses came up, was this statement from Kay.
Wearing them doesn't feel strange. You'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you?
I don't know, some people like that nerdy look.
That's what wearing this suit is like.
I mean, that's why I gave one of my characters glasses. I think she looks cuter with them. It also represents me more. Like, if I take off my glasses, the screen that's like maybe about 2 feet away or so, things are blurry. Like I'm looking right now at my phone, which has the messages, and even I can hardly tell what you would be saying. I can actually put things out pretty well, especially since it's easier to piece things together when you've actually seen them. But if I like stood my phone up and you sent another message, I might be able to tell what it is because it's not that far away. But it starts to get a little blurry, and it's like not even 2 feet away from me. So I'm stuck with glasses because I have to wear them. I'm stuck with them because I need them. Duh. Anyway.
Well, I think that's enough of it.
No, I'm staying.
Me
I
too.
see. Well then, where do you play?
I see. Yeah, that would be.
Very well. I shall head for the... Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Yep. Oh, we probably should have read those. I'll go to the crew quarter. I'm not gonna read it. I'm only gonna read the new text in whichever place Luna is. Which I believe Luna's not in here. You have Tenmyoji,
Sigma,
Clover. Wait, Luna might be in here.
what are you doing
No,
here?
Dio's here.
Huh, I wonder. Oh, you think so? You sure it ain't just all... Why do you want to know?
Nope, there's Luna. Clover. Luna.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other.
This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover until we decided we'd split up to
Huh. Makes sense. So, you find anything? What? Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
And this is one of Clover's many stupid moments where what we could actually say is you found nothing. God. What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say,
You got a point there.
well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
I'm actually noticing that Luna's not this is not changing too much.
Well, this is just, maybe it's Fred. Yes, they're probably,
Oh, you...
well, maybe her duck.
No, Kay was wrong. If her died, what we just tell I get murdering. Now, if you could...
So
No, sure.
that means.
Well, Alice and I can't be 0. What? Alice and I know each...
Well,
I guess you...
and that's kind of, I am telling,
I need just forget
like it,
cut.
it's,
Yeah, what?
yeah, you're right. Maybe I should, sorry, I mean, what, it could, sorry.
Anyway, I just... Maybe if then I can tell...
So I get to go. Where are you? I haven't really been out. We going fine.
And there they go, leaving.
Save it. I don't trust you any more than she does. Sorry.
Oh boy. And off to the last place we go. The lounge. Dio and Alice are in here.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier.
Did you find
Like,
anything else that... How about...
Do. We're almost there, guys.
Wait, what do you mean?
when were you?
I was...
I think
Then we were all
maybe.
in theater. I think
Yeah,
you too. I felt...
maybe your muscle. Beats me.
I haven't...
Nah, nothing in the Oh, well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat.
Yeah, something about it didn't make any sense.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, I didn't...
Well,
What?
I wasn't trying to... The right... Well, see for... Yeah, it
Let me... Radical sick...
just
Radical
You mean-
6.
Come on, you...
Well, we don't... Look at... Admittedly, I don't know what this... But if it...
Now, just lisp. Does this beauty you want to touch it? I can see. Go on.
Just because you look like you're in perfect health does not mean you are.
That could just be... Or maybe... This thing is so... Why...
Think about it. Zero is forcing it. Why would the government quarantine people? And then... Yes.
Probably not.
Actually, it has a very big connection. We just don't know it yet. So here's a funny thing. Every time I look at this room, I always think that this right here is the exit to the hallway, yet it's not. Yet my brain always keeps on thinking it is. No idea why. It's like, oh yeah, that's the hallway. No, it's not. It's a freaking gated door. Idiot.
That's true.
Don't know. Just a funny fact.
I hope they're all right. Neither have I.
Me either.
It's more so just how it looks. Like it just looks. It doesn't look at the door. It looks at this weird angle. To me, weird angle. I think it's the angle that's actually screwing with me.
I don't think you'll be able to just... If we want the truth...
Yeah.
All right then. We should hurry.
Anyway, let us go. I'm just going to be disappointed that when I finally go through here, this is like one of the last good room themes. After Pantry, there's really only Golem Bay and then the final room. Those are the only other two I really like. Even though the only other ones really left after the Golem Bay and Golem Bay, Pantry, and final room, there is the I'm trying to think if we actually... I don't think we got told about the other green or red rooms yet. But the other blue room's theme is alright. The other three rooms are alright. They're not the greatest. We did hear one of them, actually. We heard Data back in the AB room, which is the room behind the green door. That one will be 2 from now, because we're going to go pantry. Then we're going to go and do the blue room. Then we're going to go and do the green door. After the green door is done, we will be going back and doing the green room beyond the magenta door. And then we'll be going back and doing the final room, the red room behind the cyan door. And the final room of the game.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors.
You're late. What the hell were you doing? That's not good enough. You realize we could die here.
Hey, whoa, calm down there, girl.
Barely. We've only got 5 minutes. You're a yellow pair. Who do you think your partner is?
Gee, I wonder.
It's not like it's the person who's yelling at him.
Son of a...
Come now, Vi. Please, calm down. Fighting now helps no one.
He's right, now. The doors have already opened. We need to hurry up and figure out our teams.
What did I do to deserve this asshole?
Very good question. So, how should we pair
We're
up?
almost out of time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only...
There are 3 possible combinations, only one of which we can do. The options Fi laid out for us were the following. Being option A, Alice and I. You have Alice and Sigma go with Luna through green door. Timmy, OG, Quark go with Clover to blue, and Fi and Dio go with K to red. Option B, Alice and Sigma go with K to the blue door. We already did that one. Timmy, OG, and Quark go with Luna to open red door. Fi and Dio go with Clover to open green door. Option C, Alice and I go with Clover to the red door. Timmy, OG, and Quark would go with Timmy, OG, and Quark go with K to open the green door. Fi and Dio would pair up with Luna to go through the blue door.
3 minutes remain.
How do we actually get forced into this one?
I'm not going with Kay. I had enough of that last time. Thank you very much.
Oh dear.
I'd like Luna to come with us.
Me? Need someone gullible for the next round?
Hey, shut up. Aren't you my partner?
Maybe. But I don't want her to think that means I agree with you.
You betrayed me last time, Fi. And Dio, you betrayed Tenmyoji.
Ah, come on. Didn't I tell you? It was Quark who...
Dio, stop saying that!
Oh, that's right. Going to the lounge wouldn't have mattered because Quark doesn't get unconscious.
Anyway, Vi and I won't be choosing Betray this time. Your BP's won, right? If you chose Ally and we chose...
-1. I'd die.
I didn't want to say it straight out, but we're not going to go that far, right, Vi?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to... Yes, I've made up my mind.
Then that means Quark and I will be going with Kay. Since it looks like Alice is pretty determined.
Yes, I am.
Then I get to go with Alice again.
Yay!
I'm totally good with that. What I did to Alice last time was really bad. I want to try to make up for it.
So we're going with option C then? That means each group is going through a complementary door.
Yep.
Sigma, Alice, and Clover, Tenmyoji, Quark, and Kay are going through the green door. And finally, Dio, any objections?
10 seconds.
Nope. If there were any objections, there were no time for them.
Let's go.
The announcer's voice filled the room as we ran for the doors.
2,
For our doors.
0. Chromatic
Big doors closing. Ding, 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 ding. Open this door. Nope, that's just the locked door. Huh? Is this a dead end?
3 doors, but it looks like they're all locked.
I wonder what this thing does.
Well, it's got a lever.
So pull it.
Can you pull that, Sigma?
Sure thing. Huh? Well, that's interesting.
It opened the door on the right.
That seems kind of weird. I mean, we're just one. What about the other 2? Well, we never get to figure out what's behind them, except for the fact that the laboratory is behind this one. And we will find out what's behind this one very much later.
Details, details. Hardly seems important to me. They gave us the way forward. I say we take it. Come along now.
Yeah, because otherwise we're going to be sitting there without waiting for a response. Alice strode off towards the open door. Flower and I hurried to follow. And we're into the pantry.
Whoa! This is amazing! Who'd ever need this much underwear?
Oh boy. Yep. We're in that room. Don't worry, we're gonna have a flip off in the data room. What?
Well, I mean, all these boxes and stuff are panties, right? And there are a lot of boxes.
Panties?
Isn't that what it said on the door?
Clover dear, it didn't say panty.
It said pantry.
Pantry?
It's where you keep food.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
Her face had turned an especially amusing shade of red. What do you think that thing is?
I'd say it's a water storage tank.
It's totally full of water.
The stuff on the shelves looks like it's mostly bread, maybe a few pastries, but no panties.
So just a whole bunch of food, huh?
Clover was right that there's a lot, though.
Looks like you could live here for quite a while.
I'd have to agree.
Then what do you think this place is for?
Maybe it's where they quarantine sick people.
What?
Didn't we tell you about Radical 6?
I guess that story really was true.
You're saying that the reason they've got all this food and water is so that they can keep infected people here? That's ridiculous. I'm not infected with some weird-ass disease. I don't want to spend the rest of my life locked up in a metal box.
Me either. Giving us food is all well and good, but no spare underwear? That's unforgivable.
Man, don't you wish this was the panty?
Seriously? How long are you guys going to keep making fun of me for that?
Right. Well, we need to search this room. So let's get started. We will get started another time. Seek a way out. Dun, dun. Now this music I can rock to. Like seriously, just go look up Virtue's Last Reward 1-08 Pantry. It is great. I love this theme. It's one of the best room themes in my opinion. Rivaled close by Director's Office, the Final Room, the Crew Quarters, and the Lounge. Some phenomenal themes there, in my honest opinion. Close runners up have to be Biology, Golem Bay, Recreation Room, And even the 3 behind the cyan door, though those are a little farther behind. But with that being said, this will be the end of the stream. So thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the long-awaited return of some random guy playing Virtue's Last Reward. I don't know. Yes. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly had a lot of fun coming back to it. But have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.